We call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily throughout the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. Amen.
Our quote: the more self-love we have, the less we will experience self-abuse. Self-abuse comes from self-rejection. Self-rejection comes from having an image of what it means to be perfect and never measuring up to that ideal. So that profound information probably woke you up from any sleepiness you might be feeling. It is absolutely true. So many of you are going through all of these physical changes. Everything hurts. Everything keeps happening to our bodies, our foggy heads. None of us are getting away with avoiding this. This is wonderful. This is what we've been waiting for. And we, as the light workers, are the forerunners for having these changes in our body. Others that are not awake yet are still going through the emotional and mental stressors and events that bring up all their emotions and fears so they can let them go. A lot of people hang on to that. They don't know that it's coming up to be released. They think they're stuck. They're miserable and angry, and they keep repeating the same patterns as they always did. But there will come a time when they will awaken, and they will look at what's happening as we did. They'll do it at their own time, in their own way, but they will do it. It's not easy to go through a change of this magnitude, but believe me, the doctors have no answers for what you're going through. They don't understand what's happening for the most part. You might be lucky enough to have a doctor that's awakened. They will eventually see that their usefulness is coming to an end because our bodies are rebuilding themselves. Rebuilding from the bottom up. Everything will change. Your diet will change. Your need for a lot of things that you take in now, you won't need it anymore. Eventually, you will live off the light because your body will have lifted into such a high frequency. It's happening now, very slowly, but steadily. Some days, I don't know anybody's name. I'm completely unable to recall names. Sometimes I just have to basically get myself together and try to get through the day. 3D is getting a little difficult for some of you and myself because we have to pull ourselves into our brain and have to think on a 3D level to move through our daily needs, the things we have to do in 3D. As we're moving further up, everything will change for us, and people will follow, those that are awakening. Many will reach out. They'll have questions, and you'll already have gone through it, and you'll be able to guide them. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to make it different for them. Let them go through every step and stage. Very, very important. You're here to manage your own evolving body and mind, your energy field, keeping your home in a nice frequency, treating people with the same love that you hope to be treated, and they will. Do first what you expect to see in the world around you, and then you will have mastered it. And those that draw into your fields will be the beautiful side of you. You won't have to go through the 3D drama that some of us are witnessing and experiencing. Just keep moving forward. Do not stay in any habits or behaviors that don't suit you, that don't serve you, that don't help you. Let them go. Give it to God. Free yourself from your past. If you're agitated by someone or something, own it for the moment. It's pushing a button in you, and then let it go. It's only showing itself to leave you. It doesn't want to stay as much as you don't want it to stay. You're in control of this. You can make it happen. You can't give your power away to anybody anymore. People go to healers and psychics and all these people that are going to tell you, but it isn't your journey. This is your journey to move through, to feel it deeply inside you. If you're hurting, feel it and let it go. Feel the joy. That's not going to go away. That's going to build in you. Feel the light and what it does for you, and embrace it and give thanks and praise to God. Become one with everyone you're with. Just accept them the way they are. There I am. Why would I judge myself? And take care of whatever comes up in your mind. Let it go. Bless everyone, because everyone is you. You're blessing yourself when you bless another. Be kind and gentle with yourself, and you'll be kind and gentle with others. The days of being a child just isn't going to work anymore. We have to mature into our spirituality so that we can move forward with wisdom and grace. You're already what you're seeking to be. Now our bodies will reflect it. Everything will change inside us so that we can see the glory of God in us. We'll be glowing, just glowing with the light. You are so beautiful in your light bodies. And your physical body will reflect that as it lifts up and becomes lighter and lighter, similar to when we go on our journeys in the guided meditations. We drop our bodies and we're in our light body. We're light and free, and we can move through the different planes of existence and frequencies very easily that way. And that's what you'll experience as you keep moving forward. People were dabbling in their spirituality for all too long. And now we can't dabble anymore. We can't play that game of back and forth between 3D and 5D. We must make our choice. In the Bible, it said, you can't sit on the fence. You have to decide what you want. Otherwise, God will sprue you out of his mouth. That's biblical talk. In other words, if you play with the idea of spirituality, but then you get drawn into the 3D, drama of riches and having positions of power and all that nonsense of 3D, then that's where you'll be. That's where you'll be. If you want that, you'll sink down into 3D and you're going to find out you don't belong there anymore. It will hurt too much to be in that frequency. Some of us are going through things that are showing us as plain as day, we can't dabble because we have the sweetness of the higher realms and frequencies inside us, and we know what that feels like. So to go back into the denser energy is very painful. You won't enjoy it at all. And you're going to realize that isn't for me anymore. There's much more for me. And it is a place of total joy and peace that passes understanding. And I'm still here in the world. It's remarkable. It's a blessing that you give yourself. You're in charge. You're in charge of how you move forward or how you stay where you are. What do you want? Give it thought. Do you want to do things that are remarkable and hardly even imaginable? Do you want to do things to help others and be a part of that glorious 5D world? Or do you want to stay in 3D and have all your money sitting on a desk and counting it daily, or watching your phone on for your accounts and seeing it build? Is that what gives you pleasure? Or does a whole nother side of you want to express itself? All your creativity, all of your imagination of beauty and blessings in the world. What do you want? I ask myself daily, and I always choose the light. I choose the light. I offer myself in service, and I am in a place of bliss because of it. When I step out for even a moment, it's almost like somebody is pouring acid on your body. That's how much it burns and hurts to lower yourself into that type of energy. Now, the description was pretty serious. However, not everybody's going to experience it the same way. I always ask to be treated gently, and that's exactly what's happening for me. Make your choice and ask for it every day when you say your prayers. Use me, Father, but use me gently. Move me through this transition with love and gentleness. And you will have exactly that. Remember, you write your own laws, you make your own laws. And if that's what you want, you must state it to the universe so it can provide for you as you wish. The spoken word is very powerful. It created everything in the world. Yes, the spoken word. And the written word, I noticed if I write something down, it happens. So the written word also has a voice within my head, creating that into my life. Be in touch with your body's needs. When it's tired, sleep. When it's hungry, feed it. When your gut tells you something's not right, fix it, make it right. If you have experiences with people that seem unfair and mean, cleanse it from yourself. You see, everything happens for you to heal, to realize who you are and who you were. And if you don't like that person you were because you're experiencing her or him, let it go. Give it to God. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And I don't want to hurt anybody. And I don't want anybody to hurt me. Create a world around you and in you, starting inside, and then you'll see it outside. Make it beautiful. Choose the light in every circumstance. Give yourself that gift, that joy, and you will have that in your life from everyone that approaches you. When you speak with authority. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't just say things to make a joke or to try to get a point across that you beat around the bush. Don't do that anymore. Speak with authority. Say things after you rest with it for a moment, and say it with love, but authority. We can't be meek or weak because that isn't our true nature. That is the wounded us. Let that wounded part of us from our past experiences and God knows how many lifetimes, and let it go. No more. Do what makes you feel good. Don't feel bad if you feel like having a ice cream cone. Don't feel bad. Give yourself the treat, and eventually it won't even taste good anymore. When you don't need it anymore, it just won't be desirable. You see, everything will gently and lovingly go away that isn't necessary, that isn't going to process through your beautiful new body. It'll just be natural. You don't have to figure this out. You don't have to stress about it. Just live your life. Have fun. Plan nice things. Do things that are going to feed your soul. Don't put anything in your consciousness that's going to be disturbing. Why do that? Why disturb your peace? You know it will. The drama on earth is going to happen for those that need that drama, for those that haven't awakened to the truth, to those that are fast asleep because they're too afraid to wake up, or they're taking substances to avoid feeling and healing. These are choices. What's yours? You can't concern yourself with what other people choose unless they come to you and ask for advice. Make suggestions through what you do, what you know is a good path for you, and let them see if that's a good path for them. Rather than tell them what to do, just tell them what you did. God will always send you someone that you've already been through the experience. Sometimes you have to wonder, what will we look like? What will it feel like in that light body? What will it feel like when we have 12 strands of power running through us? Holy Christmas, that is going to be something. But first, we got to discipline ourselves with what we say. When we say something with power behind it, we could blow up a mountain, I can tell you that. And we've done it in the past when we were experimenting with energy. The reason it took so long, I don't care what was involved, who did it to us or whatever, I don't care. You know why? Because we needed this much time to get it together and learn how to manage energy, even our thoughts, clear our minds, not dwell on a problem, but find a solution. Put energy into the solutions. It is so powerful. And it makes you realize, you know what? I've been putting so much energy talking about the problems and the things I can't do when I could have put all of my energy into how I resolve it and make things better. You see? This is a master, someone who chooses the path of righteousness. In other words, doesn't go and get distracted left and right. You make up your mind and you go for it. It's so much fun when you finally let go and surrender. Every day gets more delightful, and you get to speak to so many people about things you love to speak about. You start to realize that you understand so much more than you thought you did. And each day it builds on that. And the light, as it goes through you, it just brings you so much awareness, because the light is intelligence of the universe coming through you. It's God's light animating you, bringing you everything you need. You think the world provides for you, or your government, or your boss? No. God provides everything through people and takes care of you as you believe you should be. If you don't love yourself and don't think you deserve, that's when there's lack in your life. Also, very important, we don't know what debts we owe. We don't know what we did in the past, and that's okay. So when things happen in your daily life, realize that they're happening to show you something that hasn't been healed inside you yet. You don't want to take it with you. It doesn't vibrate with the 5D world that you're moving into. So it happens, you take care of it, and you let it go. I'm done. I cleared it up, and I'm done. Bravo. Bravo. Don't judge yourself by your experiences. Judge yourself by how you get through it in love and respect to others and yourself. Everything is about that now, to bring yourself into the fullness of a great being of light, no longer a victim of anyone or anything, a god or a goddess in the making. That's what it's all about. And that would be you. Some people would think we're in la la land. That's okay. That's okay. Someday they will wake up and desire this too. It'll happen fast for some people, very fast. They'll be woken up, and all of a sudden, they will just have this flood of magnificence hit them. It's so beautiful to think that. Not everybody's going to take as long as us. And do you know why? It's so funny. The light workers incarnated so many times, and we picked up lots of stuff along the way. And we're a little bit slow learners. And we kept making the same judgment calls and beliefs we hung on to, even the ones that hurt, as if it was a lifeline for us, because we didn't know what it would be like if we let go. But all that's in the past. And all you have to do when things come up from the past, you know what to do with it. Clear it away. Let it go. Bye-bye. I had enough of you. I don't want to do that anymore. I want my life to be magnificent. I want to live my dreams. And so do you. So what our video was about was literally seeing a model of where we're going, a wholeness being whole again, the way we were originally created. We have so many bodies and systems and all that running our body because we were asleep so long in this body that it had to take on a life of its own. It's called the elemental body, and it ran off the brain and the ego. That's how it ran. And we walked around like zombies thinking we were alive and well, but we really weren't. We were sleepers too. Now our ego doesn't want to let go in some cases. And in the very beginning, when you make your choice to walk the straight and narrow path of spirituality and evolution, your ego is going to fight for its position. And you've got to be strong and say no more. I'm the master of this house, and I'm going to lead us to heaven. And eventually you will train your body, your mind, and this ego of yours to serve you. Once you do that, you're home free. Everything is working towards your evolution. And with a peaceful way, the body will give up its control and it will allow all of the changes to occur just as naturally and gently as possible. Do not be afraid of the process. Please. This is the greatest moment in human history, and we're living it consciously. What a grace we gave ourselves. So the job isn't done. We continue moving forward. What we're very lucky is we found our soul family, and we can do this together, answer each other's questions and give each other the support that we need. We are very fortunate. We timed it that way. Yay. We didn't want to come together when we were the wounded soldiers way back when. And now we found each other and we're together. The greatest moment. So proud. I'm so filled with joy to know that we're together and we're going to move through this. We'll answer each other's questions. We'll find the answers to everything. But mostly, just live your life. Live it joyfully. Let go of the need to be constantly badgering yourself. Do the things you want to do. Take care of your body because it's really going through a lot. And don't be afraid you're dying and you need medicine. Your doctors are not going to know what to tell you. And some people I know have told me right on this call that their doctors have no clue why this is happening. Gee, imagine that. But we do. We do. So while I'm still on record, I want to invite everybody that is interested in the 5D education that's listening to this and that is on the call. There was a prayer given to us, and there's a letter going out to those that went to the 2 presentations. There's going to be a third one for the Academies of Light in February to welcome new people that haven't been at the presentation yet. But we invite anyone that is interested in a 5D education on this planet to join us. There is thousands and thousands of positions to be filled by people who have life experience. They don't need a degree because life has taught them how to be craftsmen. They're pros from experience and all kinds of walks of life. We don't need degreed people. We need people with experience and a heart that loves and cares about those that would be our students of all ages, all the way to graduate school. So the prayer is this. I'm going to say it now. The prayer for Academy of Light, the USA and beyond. Lord God, I am. I envision the Academy of Light project in my heart. as seen in the presentation, and I call the universe to bring forth this vision into manifestation. I am grateful knowing my prayer is being answered. My part will be clear to me, and my family will support me as I pray. Thank you, Lord God, I am. Amen, amen, and amen. Followed by I, it is done. When you say it is done, you're taking command as a master of your words. And that is the final sentence. So I'm going to be sending it out to those that were interested. If you haven't come to a presentation and you're interested, there's no obligation to come. Just come and listen and see what we have to show you. We have concepts and models. It is absolutely stunning and exciting. And there probably is a place for you. Thank you. And now enjoy the music. So true. Yes. Moving mountains. In other words, the things that were stopping you from moving forward, the things you feared most. Go through it and move that mountain out of the way and be free. Be free. So tonight's topic is Model of Wholeness. We learned a lot tonight about being whole. Everything that's happening with the ascension process is bringing us to that wholeness state. I have to pin myself, I think. I can't see. Hang on a second. Excuse me. Okay. Thank you. What we learned tonight about becoming whole is the first steps of this ascension process. What's happening is our body is raising up. It's going to pull together all the bodies, all the systems, everything into one package. And that wholeness depends upon our state of consciousness. So that's why we brought so much information about cleansing and emptying yourself of anything that disturbs you, hurts you, makes you fearful, that is causing experiences in your life that is disturbing or just a real trial for you. Just let it all go. That's the only reason it's happening. Whatever happens, happens for your good, so that you can be in touch with what you need to let go of. These are the days of Elijah. Everything hidden within you is being revealed. It comes up into your fields and it wants out. And all you have to do is let it go. You're not stuck. It's not coming up to keep you where you are. It's coming up to leave you, but you've got to make it go. You have to let it go. You have to order it to go. Sometimes we're very stubborn and we want to hang on to what we have because we don't know what it'll be like if we don't have it. It's time for all of us to let go of our past and look beautifully forward into what's coming with confidence and joy. Being whole is a remarkable transformation because right now we're not whole. We're fragmented all over the place. We haven't picked up all of those fragments. And the way to do that, from my understanding, is to let go of your past so that you can heal the past where you fragmented, where you had an experience of trauma, pain, suffering, fear, you name it. So to become whole, it starts with the inner work. It starts to affect our bodies so that we can incorporate everything together, all the systems, everything that's split apart and became an operating system will now be a whole new operating system for us. It's like upgrading a computer program. That's what's happening. Our DNA will signal each step and stage for us, and it will happen. We'll be in the new program. And along that program, our bodies are coming with us. Our bodies will be transforming day by day, a little bit at a time, cell by cell. Everything from a molecular level is going to be transformed. The Archangel Michael discussion was about the fact that our cells are going to open and split so that they can be revamped into the higher frequency expression. That's what's happening. That's the model of wholeness that was our topic for the evening. Everything that you believed before, that you learned before, just breathe and just witness. And as you see things changing, be open-minded. Don't lock yourself into, well, it was always like this. I don't like change. Well, everything changes, everything, or it becomes extinct. So I don't think you want to become extinct. I think you're ready for what's coming. Yes? Want it with all your heart. Ask to be gentle with you, and it will be so for you. We don't need to beat ourselves up or speed it up or race to anything. Just enjoy the journey. Enjoy it. Be grateful that it's slow and gentle and eases you into the changes. You have to be ready on every level for each step and stage. If you could read your DNA, you would know what's coming, but you don't need to know. All you need to know is what's happening each day to you. And look at it as a great opportunity, an opportunity to know yourself better, to learn to love the people around you, to know that God brings people together for a very important reason. It's just a remarkable journey, like the story that Shelley was telling. Who knew that she would bump into this beautiful soul that she felt compassion for? They've been together 100 times over the many, many millennia. And that lady probably, oh, I got chills, so that was absolute. And that lady probably did something beautiful for you in the past, and you were returning the favor. How wonderful and beautiful and holy. All of you. The angel that Judy got to meet. You never know when you're in the presence of a divine being or an angel. You don't know, because they'll put on a persona of a human being and you would never know. But you know in your heart it was a special experience, something that you'll never forget, and no one can take it away from you. The model of wholeness is happening to you right now. It is. And this broken child that's within you will heal. And the broken adult who's been through hell and high water will heal. Everything will make sense. Your extrasensory perceptions will kick into gear. You'll start seeing and knowing things and wonder how. Just remind yourself you're evolving. You're moving. It's happening right now. Stay away from the drama outside your life. Don't get involved with it. Don't listen to it. Don't put it into your fields. You don't want to lower your frequency. No one can tell me they don't get upset when they hear things on the news that is ridiculous and stupid and mean. Don't do it to yourself. Now's the time for you to nourish yourself. Put things into your consciousness that is going to rise you up, make you feel beautiful and close to God. That's what you need to do. Remember, God's inside you. The Christ is your guide. Jesus said, I'll send the Comforter to you when I leave. That was a part of himself that remains with each one of us. If we listen, if we move with the instincts and the impressions that come through, some people call it download, some people call it gut feeling. But when you feel that inside and you feel the impulse to do something, go with it, as long as it's not going to hurt anybody. That would not be a God thought. People have asked me that question. Well, what if I feel like hurting somebody? That is not God speaking to you. That is something else. You would never, you have to use discernment. You would never want to do such a thing. Not to an animal, not to a person, not to a plant. You don't want to harm anything. Become harmless. And no harm will come to you. Wish everyone well. Bless those that even are mean to you. Bless them. They're in pain. They're in a lot of pain. Bless them. Don't curse them. A curse brings a curse. Remember, Michael said, throw your swords down. The war is over. Now it's to bring peace, love, and harmony inside and out. What happens outside is a reflection of conditions within. Always remember that, so that you can correct anything that isn't going the way that you would love it to. Tell your friends what you know when they ask you, why are you so happy when everybody else is miserable? Tell them what you do. Tell them what you learned, how you feel, what you've been through, and how you came through it. That's your ministry too. So much is happening so quickly. Be not afraid. Just go through it. Feel the blessing of it. Thank God, even on the tough days, thank God. Now I don't have to do that again. I went through it. I learned from it. I let it all go to the universe. That's mastery. That's a blessing to you. Only you can bless yourself. Give yourself grace. It's all up to you. You are the master of your world. Live it well. Live it joyfully as we go through this magnificent wholeness. Once again, we've been through other episodes together, and now we're going through the greatest one we've ever done here. This is the one we've been waiting for. That's why we came back together now, to do this together, to pray together, to learn together, to support each other, to bless each other. That's why we're here. With all my love, I say thank you for listening tonight. I hope that you listened to that video again. And the song was absolutely perfect, considering everything that was discussed in the video and in the discourse. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.
We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for their attention, for your wonderful questions, future topic suggestions, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising the frequency ever higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing the forum. Know we are deeply loved and richly blessed. Amen.
friends of the truth. In these times, called the Great Tribulation, Earth and the physical body are going through major changes. On a planetary scale, a massive shift is taking place. Huge infusions of light are coming to the Earth plane, meaning the veil of separation and denial are lifting. Earth changes are creating physical changes to the human body right now. Earth is mutating, and so are the beings on it. There is a transmutation taking place in the human body on a cellular level. Basically, the human body is being formed using a whole new combination of elements altering its molecular structure. Our genetic code is changing. The changes that are happening right now in our bodies is information that's coded in our DNA and is now being activated. All the information in the blueprint of our species is found in our cellular DNA of our bodies. Everything we need to know about everything is within us. As you know, our DNA is evolving from a 2-strand double helix to a 12-strand double helix. This new type was originally in human bodies at the time of our creation more than 300,000 years ago. What's happening currently is that these frequencies are coming into the human body.
There's one simple vision hack anyone can use to improve vision, so you can say goodbye to your optometrist for good. Did you know that
more easily? It's kind of like the cells need to break apart a little bit and free themselves, if that makes sense. They're not so congealed, not so coagulated. Basically, light is information, and it's having an easier time entering our molecular structure, which is changing the human profoundly. We're becoming less dense physically. So that means many people are waking up and starting to remember at this time, and that was all predetermined, meaning it's all coded in our DNA. Everyone will wake up, no doubt about it. Some are a little late to the gate, but it will happen. It's inevitable. Basically, we are being given the chance to leave this heavy, dense, physical body to a lighter body. I tell people, the more you open up, the more you attract light, which is information. What's happening is you're becoming a receiver and a transmitter, attracting more and more information. So when your guides see this, they'll know you're ready for more advanced communication, let's say. When you open up, these frequencies will start pouring in, which is higher information, higher light data. What's happening right now is that your etheric body is vibrating at a very high frequency, and your physical body is trying to catch up, hence the ascension symptoms. Headaches, flu-like symptoms, ears ringing, muscle cramps, joint aches and pain, etc. Your molecular structure is speeding up, but your physical structure is lagging behind. Everything is trying to adapt to these new frequencies, your muscles, skin, organs, glands, nerves, etc. Your nervous system is being influenced by these frequencies. Incredibly, an example is an overload of hormones, again, trying to adapt and keep everything in balance. This expansion in consciousness during cellular transformation is literally pulling you into worlds that are beyond potential and becoming real. By surrendering to this transformation, you are releasing your own limited existence. As you get closer and closer to ascension, you will find yourself letting go of fear, feeling of liberation. The parts of your brain that has been dormant in the past are being woken up. You are being rewired and things are being rerouted. So be easy on yourself when you feel completely confused. The more you are in alignment with this flow, the more you become the captain of your ship. This is an incredibly rough transformation because, think about it, you're going through a fundamental renovation in your house, your body, on a cellular level. You're being rewired, tearing off the old roof, disconnecting the old plumbing, etc., while you're still living there. To change your DNA, you need to change your thoughts and emotions, releasing yourself from this limited existence, meaning you're changing your biochemistry. When this change is occurring, you might feel dizziness, nausea. You are becoming genetic engineers of the new Earth species. You will build your new body while living in it. Your body is going through a time loop, and you are returning back to this original time sequence, time of our original creation. Headaches during this change is brought on by the pressures of this expansion. We are changing on many fronts. On a cellular level, changing our DNA and changes to our blood, central nervous system, bone marrow, how the brain is firing and how it's receiving information from God's source. These changes are happening internally, but eventually will bleed into the outer body. Some will experience weight gain or weight loss during this inner transformation. The body knows exactly how to reorganize itself because this process is coded in your DNA and will be different for each individual. This is a natural process. But what the human species is now understanding is how to assist this process from the outside. We are becoming aware of the direction our body is leading us, because the more aware you are, the more control of this natural process you will have. We are becoming aware of our weakening immune system because of the acceleration of the central nervous system. It's like putting a 100-watt light bulb in a socket where a 40-watt light bulb used to be. We're being infused with more light, and our physical bodies are trying to play catch-up. It'll be rough during this calibration process, meaning there is a greater amount of amplitude in the energy we're receiving. We're feeling symptoms of an adjustment. This new energy is connected through the central nervous system, and many are having extreme issues with it. This is why grounding is very important. As you take on this new body of light, most of your organs and glands will no longer be needed and will eventually disappear. As more and more light becomes available, your CNS will be firing neurological impulses like crazy. The intensity will be at times overwhelming. When this happens, the nervous system will immediately try to dissipate this intense energy by sending it out through your spinal cord. Then this energy will follow pathways and fire these energies to the muscular system, hence your muscle tightening and cramps. Some of you are feeling this firing also occurs in the blood vessels where restricted circulation results. When the firing of this energy occurs in the skin, you might experience thermal sensations, feelings of being real hot or real cold, prickling or itching, etc. If these energies should fire into the organs and glands, it can inhibit their normal way of functioning. The restructuring of the DNA means you'll no longer have many chakras. You'll no longer be a layered consciousness. You'll no longer be a body with independent systems. You will contain no spaces, no gaps within your consciousness or in your corresponding DNA. You will be a model of wholeness with no gaps or separation. You are building something indescribable. Transition from 3D to 5D, 5D world starting point of our new era. The dark powers who have had unlimited freedom on planet Earth for hundreds of thousands of years now face our helpful extraterrestrial brothers and sisters, our light forces, digital soldiers, and patriots, who, through great effort, made progress to remove these negative forces from planet Earth for good. It were the negative forces that sabotaged the positive initiatives to make it impossible to break the negative isolation, but that has now been broken once and for all. On Earth, we have received help of our extraterrestrial Palladians with their
The best prayer to attract wealth begins when you understand that the strongest energy in the universe is not thought, meditation.
their inherent desire to activate the spiritual and mental forces on our world. They are closely connected to the world of light workers. Palladians support valuable efforts, joy, light, and love on our planet in order to encourage our ascension to the 5D world. Extraterrestrials are able to bring great progress in the mental and spiritual consciousness of people on planet Earth. Know that Palladians and Earthlings are similar in many ways. Palladians live and come from the constellation of stars, known as the Pleiades. There are 7 stars in the Pleiades. They come from the star called Taygete, which has planet Era as its home. The sleepers must convince themselves to believe and see who their real enemy and tyrants are. The sooner humanity wakes up, understands the lies and deception, the better it will be for all of us. Don't be modest. Let this be a challenge for everyone to participate and fulfill our maximum potential. Our planet is thoroughly polluted by large amounts of toxic chemicals, radiations, lies, deception, disinformation, deformation, fake news, supported with half-truths, fraud, and falsified images, which in fact is nothing but deceptive brainwashing. Our physical body is thoroughly poisoned and polluted, caused by radiation and air pollution, as well as by heavy metals and dangerous toxins through pharmaceutical drugs and foods. All this is stored in the human organism, against which physical detoxification has become necessary. This great turnaround has begun. This process can no longer be stopped. Both from above and below, energies are converging on Earth. This is now, for many thousands of years, the long-awaited moment to move forward into our new 5D world. Light is revelation and change. The dark forces has been defeated. What is left are dark forces, puppets, and their cronies, who will now be cleaned out piece by piece after most of humanity wakes up. Understand, the new world is already a reality. The turnaround has already begun right before your eyes. Start forgetting everything you have learned before and forget it for good. Everyone's task now is to pass on this good message to all the people you know. Help them raise awareness and restore the confidence which everyone has once possessed. The report on what is about to happen will be the biggest news story in the history of mankind on planet Earth. The dark forces oppressors, with their criminal puppets and their lie-telling, debt banking, inside jobs, mass murders, mass surveillance, terror attacks, plane downing, and religious deception are falling apart. More than 13 centuries of elite-led misinformation will soon come to an end. Disclosure means light and change. For the healing of humanity and our planet, people inside and outside governments will start speaking the truth with more energy and clarity, with less fear than ever before in human history. Their words will be heard, preserved, and multiplied beyond the reach of our oppressors. Many things will come to light, to see the world in the right light. Revelation of these truths lets know how humanity has been deceived.
Living life to find a balance, and I will rise up to the challenge. everything I need is right inside me. And what is behind me doesn't define me. And as my